Hi, boys and girls. We're talking about buildings this week and next week. And the book that I'm going to read today talks about all different kinds of houses that you may live in. People all around the world live in different kinds of houses. So the name of this book is House, Sweet House, written and illustrated by Judith Bauer Stamper. House, Sweet House. Families live in all kinds of houses. There are big houses, little houses, plain houses, and houses in all colors of the rainbow. No matter what it looks like, a family's house is their home. Is their home. Some houses are built for just one family. Other buildings contain homes for many people. This is a really tall building where a lot of people can live in an apartment home. In the city, many families may live in one tall apartment building. In a small town, families often live in separate houses with their neighbors close by. If you live in the country, a family living in a farmhouse might be the only family for miles around. This is the house. This would be the barn. Houses come in different shapes too. Some are square, some are round, and some shapes are just a surprise. What shape does this house look like? If you guessed triangle, you're right. This is called an A-frame house. It has a long sloped roof that goes all the way down to the ground. A-frames are often built in snowy areas because the snow slides right off. And if you'll look, this looks like an uppercase A. If we had a line across the middle. In one part of China, people live in a tulas. A tulo is an O-shaped building with apartments all around the middle of the building. Can you imagine living in a circle? Some houses on the edge of the desert are shaped like beehives with people living inside. This does look like a beehive, doesn't it? Wonder what it looks like inside that house. People sometimes build houses out of whatever they can find from the land. In rocky places, people gather up stones, stack them on top of each other, and make sturdy houses that last for a very long time. You can tell this house is made out of sticks. I'm sorry, not sticks, but stones, round stones or rocks. In dry places, people mix together mud and straw and shape it into walls. They build houses from the earth, from the dirt. On tropical islands, people turn palm trees into cool leafy houses that let the breeze blow through. You see the palm trees? They probably live on an island. People build houses almost anywhere, near the water, under the ground, and up in the treetops. People along the rivers build their houses on stilts to keep their families high and dry from the rain. So when the rain gets to be too much, their houses are up on these poles or these heavy sticks, heavy duty sticks to keep the house from getting flooded from the rain. Some people live underground in houses that are hidden from sight. Other people build houses high up in the treetops to stay safe from wild animals. Would you like to live in a tree house? Most houses stay in one place, but some houses can travel along wherever the family goes. Sheep herders in Mongolia live in houses called yurts, white tents that can be taken down, folded up, and carried to a new place. So this is a yurt. People who live on houseboats can anchor their home at a dock or travel up and down a river. There are even houses on wheels. Families can drive their mobile homes anywhere and have their houses with them when they stop. I've always wanted to have a mobile home. Long ago, in our country, the United States of America, houses looked very different from the kinds of houses we live in today. The first people that lived in America were called the Native Americans. They built their houses that fit their way of life. Those who lived in the Great Plains lived in teepees that they could move with them whenever they wanted to go and hunt buffalo. These were usually made from the skin of different animals they would make their house. Some Native Americans built dome-shaped dwellings out of grass. This house looks like an upside-down bowl. Other people who came to America built log cabins from the trees. They stacked them up to make warm wooden houses. This would be a log cabin made from logs. Some houses are famous all over the world because important people live there. The White House in Washington, D.C. is the home of the President of the United States and his or her family. This is the White House in Washington, D.C. President Biden is the President of the United States, and he lives in this house with his family and his dogs. The President is the leader of our country. Other places all over the world have different White Houses. This is called Buckingham Palace. It is the London home of the King or the Queen of England. These are the guards that are there to protect the King or the Queen in England. The Forbidden City stands in Beijing, China, and is now a museum. Long ago, it was the imperial palace of Chinese emperors. An emperor is another word for a king or a president. Houses give people protection from the weather, comfort, and warmth. A tent in the Sahara Desert has sides that can roll up to catch a breeze or to roll down when there's a sandstorm. In the freezing weather of the Arctic, an igloo made of snow can become a temporary home for hunters and travelers. Would you like to live in a house made out of ice and snow? That would be cold, wouldn't it? A house with a burning fireplace can make a family feel cozy and comfortable. Houses are places to eat, sleep, work, and play. A kitchen is one room in the house. They're busy places where families make everything to eat, from burritos to biryanis to barbecue. Everyone has a job to do around the house. It might be sweeping the steps, or feeding the chickens if you live on a farm, or doing the dishes, washing the dirty dishes. At night, a house is where you snuggle up, fall asleep, and have sweet dreams. There are all kinds of houses, and there are all kinds of families. Families are what make a house a home. Where do you live? What is special about your house? All different kinds of families all over the world, boys and girls, but the most special thing about a family is the love that they have for you. No one in the world will ever love you as much as your family will. Your mother, your father, your brothers and sisters, your grandparents, your aunts and uncles. They all celebrate your life with you because they love you so much.